Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over future Mega Pokemon that we're going to be receiving, including one that has been leaked. Now, we've seen these type of things before in Pokemon Go where they accidentally release it on a specific region's website and then it comes true and that information wasn't necessarily supposed to be available to everybody quite yet. I don't know what the case. Nonetheless, we're going to be potentially getting Mega Ampharos in raids on January 19th. That is going to be pretty interesting. We've been discussing the fact that we're going to be getting Megas and people are like, no, it's never going to happen. They'll never do it. I mean, come on. And the first hint was when they did give Ampharos Dragon Pulse for its Community Day move. You can go back. You can check the logs on my videos, search the dates under the Ampharos Community Day, and we straight away went and started talking about how this is a hint that we're going to be getting them. So anyways, with that said, if you do enjoy these kind of news videos, give it a big thumbs up. And I'm going to be discussing their stats as well as two other Mega Evolutions that we're going to be potentially getting fairly soon. And another hint is because we're getting so many Slowpoke. Now, this was going to be dated back October 9th. So, quite a long time ago of last year. So we do have some kind of 3D iffy assets for Mega Slowbro and Mega Aerodactyl. Now, Mega Slowking cannot Mega Evolve into Mega Slowbro, so keep that in mind going forward. Now, I do have plenty of these Ampharos candies, and funny enough, they started spawning today. I don't know if they have been spawning. Maybe it's just like one of those effects where you get a car, and then all of a sudden you start seeing that car all over the place. Like, hey, I never saw this car all over the place before, but now that I have it, it's everywhere. But nonetheless, I am seeing some Mareeps being spawned in the wild, so you may want to start catching those. And is it going to be good? Is Mega Ampharos going to be good? And the answer is not so much. It's going to be able to be a pure electric type attacker, Volt Switch and Zap Cannon, and it's going to be pretty decent, especially if you're able to get one to level 40, and we're going to go over XL candies. And a little tip for the people who are not quite level 40, so you can potentially prepare yourself for them. So Ampharos, we'll talk about that more here in just a moment. For its stats, CP is going to be 3570, HP 189, attack 268, defense 185. So it does have a pretty decent attack. We know Ampharos is pretty good in Go Battle League right now, in the Ultra League specifically. And it does give it coverage with that Dragon Pulse to go up against the dragons that are going to be potentially resisting the electric type moves. But we do not have Megas in Go Battle League. You can play with the Megas up against your friends in PvP, but I do feel like down the line with all these segregations of the different sort of battle leagues, they're going to have a category one day that is going to enable us to use the Megas, and I think it's as simple as that. Moving on, we do have Mega Aerodactyl. We don't know when this is going to be coming into the game, but the stats are right here. CP is going to be 3462, HP 173, attack 266, and defense 192. So Aerodactyl, another interesting Pokemon here, which is going to be at least doing something as far as a Mega Evolution and Rock type attacks. We know that it is going to be good up against, say, something like a Ho-Oh that's going to be fire and flying. So Mega Aerodactyl in the future could potentially work out great for us. And not only that, remember guys, if you do Mega Evolve Pokemon, they are going to help you yield more candy from that specific type that you're catching in the wild. So say you have a Venusaur, Poison and Grass, you're going to get extra candy for those types when you catch them when you do have it as a Mega. Taking a look at Mega Aerodactyl here, it is actually going to be on the first page with all of that competition. As a matter of fact, number 2 with Rock Throw and Rock Slide. So it is going to be something you definitely want to actually think about. I personally do have a 98 Shiny, which I will max out when this does get released, whenever that is going to be. But don't be too hasty, don't spend all that dust. There's no need. There was no announcement for this or leak other than the data mine back in October, and it is 2001, so we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, Slowbro is another story. Seeing that we have so many of them, you will be able to Mega Evolve the 2021 Slowbros with the glasses, because we can do it with the Blastoise. So I'm assuming max CP is going to be 3755 at level 40, right? HP 116, attack 224, and defense 259. So that's going to have some sort of bulk to it. That's going to be pretty decent. As far as a pure water or psychic type attacker up against raids, no, not so much, but it is going to be something good in PvP whenever this is going to be introduced. Alright, now as far as XL candies for trainers that are going to be level 39 and under, so you can't quite collect those XL candies right now, what can you do to prepare yourself? Well, very simply put, just collect as much candy as you can for that specific Pokemon, and then you're going to be able to transfer those into XL candies once you do get to level 40. And that's all you can really do, other than collecting rare candies as well. That is going to, cost you money to go up against raids, while catching Pokemon is simply going to cost you nothing unless you do have Pokeballs and Pokestops to get Pokeballs if you're able to go out and play. So just a little tip there, thought I'd let you guys know. I do have quite a few great Slowbros, even a Slowpoke. Did you see that? Best Buddy completely maxed out. Well, at least at 40, and I'm contemplating if I'm going to be putting in those XL candies to completely max it out for the Great League, or if I want to put it into this 100. I think I should just go with the 98 Slowbro so we can completely max out our Mega, but then again, we can't quite use Megas right now, but it'll be coming down the line. Collecting these XL candies is very tedious. We'll see, I might go with that Best Buddy Slowpoke. So currently, we do have the ×2 hatch Stardust, as well as candies and half distance for eggs. So if you need to get those team leader eggs, I encourage you to do so, because, well, you're going to be getting quite a bit of Stardust coming out of those, as well as the distance reduce, as well as more candies, but it's all about that Stardust, as well as the XLs. So we're going to go ahead and go up against Cliff here, just for the heck of it. I put together this horrible team. Looking at the Slowpoke, I was like, hey, let's just throw it in there and see what we can do. And I didn't realize that the Melmetal that I'm using does not have superpower, and you're going to want some sort of fighting going up against Cliff because of all that stuff that he's using that is going to be weak to fighting. We do have the Toxicroak, but there's just the counter move. So yeah, we're just having a little fun here before we do take off and let you guys go here. Thought I'd be bringing you that pretty fun Mega information. Out of all three of those, which one am I most excited for? As much as I am a Slowbro fan, I'm probably going to have to say the Aerodactyl, because it looks pretty awesome, as well as very usable up against raids. Number 2 rock type attacker, so that's going to be pretty awesome. Mega Ampharos is very interesting, and the design is amazing, and it does go from electric to dragon. Sorry, I failed to mention that. It's going to be picking up that dragon typing, so it will start getting stat from its Dragon Pulse, also picking up the weakness to ice and dragon, so that's a bit unfortunate as well. But nonetheless, it should be pretty fun. As far as 100% confirmation, not quite, but I'm going to say, yeah, it's going to happen. I'm willing to put money down on this one for sure. So this was pretty interesting. I thought I was going to lose this, honestly. I thought I was going to have to just delete this and then redo it and pretend this never even happened. All right, but we're going to try to pull it off here. The key is to basically get as much energy in between each charge move that you use, because they are still, and while they're still, well, you're going to be able to gain energy with your quick moves, and it looks like we're going to be able to barely do it. That was very close. We're about to get taken out by the quick move. So anyways, if you did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and hatch those eggs, folks, because right now is the time to get that dust, as well as those candies. Like we discussed, if you're not quite level 40, stack up the candies and you'll be able to convert those into those XLs down the line. And if you're level 40 and up, well, collect those XLs and let's get it. Anyways, thanks for watching, trainers. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.